Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Starkey Farmstead. My name is Samantha, and today I just want to talk to you about what Stephen and I are doing and how we're going to be able to generate a little extra income onto our farmstead. Okay, so I got a phone call early this morning from the only grocery store in my entire parish, and that says something. We have 22,000 people. We have one real grocery store. They needed 50 cucumbers. I just started my quarter-acre market garden, and I do not have 50 cucumbers because I just harvested a couple of days ago, but I did have 10. So I was able to bring my 10 cucumbers and a couple of squash into town and sell them to the local grocery store. Now, I know a lot of you are like, how is that making money? Any money that you make on your farmstead, your hobby farm, or your homestead is an income. And it offsets the cost of running your enterprise. You've got to start thinking like a business and less like a farmer. And I don't mean that offensively. It's just that our farms are in dire straits across America and the world. They're in debt, they're going bankrupt, farmers are committing suicide. Guys, at a heartbreaking level. So we, as the up and coming generation, you as the viewer, we have to start thinking differently. Okay, we really do. We have to change our mindset about farming. And that means I had already put on a to-do list to go into town today. I had already spoken to a local farmer and discussed getting hay from him rather than going into a meat and paying $11 a square bale. This is Louisiana. There's hay everywhere. I don't need to pay $11 just because you have it at a box name store. So I saw something on Facebook on Louisiana hay growers. I reached out to him, realized hay's only 15 minutes from me. I mean, that's the same distance from my home to Amite City. So let me go support a local farmer. Let me put my money where my mouth is, because I tell you guys all the time, support local farmers. You're going to need them with what's coming. So I set that up, knowing that I was going to run to town, get some money from the bank for our tithe, pick up a few things at the little feed and seed store, and then stop and purchase hay. So I made a little money, okay? Not a ton, but I made a little money. That money covered my gas to run my errands today. We have to start thinking about profit and loss like a real business. And that means you have to start cultivating relationships with the people in your town. I believe that something is coming. What that something is, I don't know, but I know that food insecurity and food crisis, food hunger is going to be part of it. I mean, the warning signs are all over the world. If you've noticed anything here lately about what they call the hunger stones in Europe, that's hardly breaking. I mean, people in the 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th, 20th century carved in the date and warnings about when the rivers fell to that level that you could then read the warning. You knew that famine was coming, because drought comes prior to famine, and it has been a drought year across the whole world. Now, a lot of people say, oh, it's climate crisis. This was happening 300 years ago, guys. 400 years ago, they were carving warnings into these stones. I was well before any carbon emissions, okay? So the earth has cycles, and we are in one of those cycles. And it's been a crazy planting year, really has. So now we're going to finish running our errands, and then I'm going to go meet this farmer, and hopefully he will let me do some recording of him. Hay for sale. When you're riding in the country, you can usually find a sign out by the road where people sell stuff. They're usually okay with you just pulling up, but we did call ahead, and this is beautiful. That's why I love living in the country. Look at this. I mean, it's like a fairy tale. You don't do round bales. Okay, so on your square bales of hay, What type of hay is it? Because I know there's different types. What would you
It's
call it?
Bermuda, and it's got ryegrass in it too.
Okay, so it's a good hay for like rabbits.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so guys, if you live in South Louisiana, Southeast Louisiana, and you're looking for an affordable, somebody that's got good hay, Mr. Carl's the person to come and see. You've been doing this for years, huh?
No, this is my second year, really.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about the drought? Did that set you back any and cut into your profits?
No, man. What cut me was the hurricane. When the hurricane come, it tore my barn up, and I lost everything.
You lost everything.
Yeah. So I wasn't going to do it again this year, and then I decided, I done got all the money tied up. So
Right.
I did it again. So I might make some money this year, maybe.
Right. Well, guys, if you're, like I said, if you're in the area where you're like Livingston Parish, St. Helena, Tangi, any of those, East Feliciana, it's a great place to come and get hay. I found you on Facebook.
Right.
And like I said earlier when I told y'all we were going to run errands today, for me to go to Amite City would have taken me about 5 minutes longer one direction. And the cost of hay, believe it or not, it was $11 a square bale. So come and support your local farmers, because as we move, as prices continue to go up in big box stores, we're going to need people like Mr. Carl to feed our animals through the winter. So it is important for you to make relationships, to meet people and support people like this. He could be the difference between your animal starving in the winter and you being able to have affordable hay. And I mean that. It was cheaper for me to come to you, to meet you, and closer to me. And now that I've met you, I can call you in the winter. And I tell people all the time on our forum, if you supported me before things got bad, chances are if you call me when things do hit the fan and say, hey Sam, I'm gonna sell to you first. I'm gonna provide to you first, because now you're an established customer. So guys, meet the people who are gonna feed your animals.
Thank you.
Yeah, meet those people.
I got a quick question. Mr. Carl, do you spray anything on your hay?
I fertilize it.
You fertilize, but no pesticides or nothing like that.
No fungicides.
No.
See, guys, that's what we call it, and please don't take offense to this. My husband said, do not get there and call that trash hay. And most people, we were asking us, where do y'all get your hay to layer in your, into your garden? Because we have to be organic to work with the NRCS. And I said, if you go to most farmers in Louisiana, they have never sprayed that hay.
Right.
Like, that is an expense. Why would you even,
It's expensive to fertilize it, I can tell you that.
Right. I know it
Fertilizer
is.
is really expensive.
And it's only going up.
Yep.
It's only going up.
Yep. Well, I appreciate it.
Can you give me your phone number?
Yeah, my number is 985-748-1148. My name is Carl.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Carl. We appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
We really do.
Look, I do have...
Look at that. That is so cool. So Ida is still showing herself here in Louisiana. So Stephen was just pointing out to me the other day, he's like, hey, look how much your hay has rotted down since May when we first started this no-till deep mulch system. And you really need to get some more hay in here, Sam. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. So what we just did was, after we got through talking to Mr. Carl, he said, hey, you said that you deep mulch with hay. And I said, yes, sir, I do. And he goes, well, I've got some hay back here that is rotting. I'm not going to sell it to anybody for their livestock. Ida took his barn out. So the hay is just there. Even the strings,
No, the hay strings are rotted.
Yeah, the hay strings are rotted. So it's going to be a little bit for us to load that up. But guys, when I tell you that I'm coming back to get all that rotting hay to go into my garden, that's why you cultivate relationships with people. Here's a gentleman that worked so hard, and Ida took him off his feet, but he didn't quit, did not quit. Got back up, he said, I'm going to do it again. And God's going to bless him. So if you're in this area and you need hay, please don't go to Tractor Supply or all those big box stores. You have no clue where that hay is coming from, and that farmer made almost no money on that. Come out here to Mr. Carl, make the drive. It is a beautiful drive. He is a very nice person. Help us support local farmers here in Louisiana. You guys have a blessed and beautiful Saturday. Thank you for all the prayers. I am feeling a little bit better. I ran fever up until yesterday, so today is really the first day that I got part of the USDA NRCS Soil Conservation Soil Specialist for the Southern Region, coming to tour Starkey Farmstead September 28th. And guys, you know I'm going to record it, but I'm so excited. The Bible tells us over and over that God will promote you, that your gifts will bring you into the presence of great men, that you just do what you were called to do. You walk that vision out, and He's going to make everything else happen for you. It's a faith walk. And when I tell y'all, when I got that phone call 2 weeks ago, hey, can we set this tour up? I cried. And I was in the middle of our Wednesday night Bible study with our boys, and I had the phone on silent. While they were eating, I looked at the phone, realized I missed a phone call, checked the messages, heard the message, told my boys, our 8 to 12-year-old boys, and y'all, they were so excited for us because they all live behind me, and they're so excited that somebody's coming to our little bitty parish, our little rural parish in southeast Louisiana. Somebody with such clout, such knowledge to come and see what we're doing at Starkey Farmstead, because we are cutting edge and country. That's a good word, cutting edge country. So you guys have a blessed day. Be